Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general reading for all of the signs for the month of December 2020. I must apologize. I know that I did not come out with the November readings, but unfortunately I was sick for about 2 weeks straight, and that just really put me behind on everything. And when I was sort of thinking about putting out the November readings, it was already the end of the month. So I just thought it was best to start off with December, and then I will be working on over the next week or so, I'll be working on the 2021 yearly readings for all of the signs, so be looking out for those as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested in doing that, all of the information information can be found in the description box below this video. Also, I encourage you to follow me on TikTok if you use the app. I'm posting shorter videos on there more frequently than I do on YouTube, and I'm at Changing Phases Tarot. For the reading today, I'll be doing the 10-card Celtic cross spread for the overall, the general monthly reading. I'm using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, and I'll pull a couple of oracle cards from the Soul's Journey deck and the Goddesses deck. All right, I would like to thank each and every one of you. For those of you who are new today, for my returning viewers, I really do appreciate all of your support over the year, and I hope that my messages have brought some type of help and possibly peace and, to whatever you might be going through. All right, so I'll stop for now, and I will see each of the signs in a second for the videos. Hi Leo, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your reading. So I've already shuffled off camera and laid the spread to save a bit of time. Okay, so let's get started. So you have at the center of your spread the Six of Cups. Okay, and it's crossed by, so what could help or hinder it is the Ten of Pentacles. So there could be, for some of you, there could be an opportunity to go back to do something that you used to do. This could have something to do with a family business, family home, going back to where you used to live when you were a family, because when you were a child, because the Six of Cups, it is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of, you can see the woman here, it's like she's looking back at herself, right, when she was younger. So there can be reflecting on things that you used to do, reflecting on things that used to make you happy. It can, and you see that they're sort of exchanging this, or the younger version of her is holding out this, the cup, the chalice to her. So whatever it was that you used to, dream about doing, or dream about having, and it is cups, which is water energy, has to do with our feelings and emotions, relationships, and can also be like a past life type of energy, a past life connection. But it could have to do with, like I was saying, just sort of childhood, or, or thinking back to that time. The only cautionary message with the Six of Cups can be to not get so caught up in, like when we look back on certain things from the past, sometimes we tend to do it with rose-colored glasses, thinking about it like as being better than it maybe was at the time. So it's about keeping that, a real perspective of whatever this past thing actually was like. But with it being crossed by the Ten of Pentacles, this is a huge card when it comes to wealth and material possessions. You can see the woman, not only is she surrounded by, all of the coins and the crystals, and, she has this huge palace, mansion, castle behind her. And tens in the tarot, they are endings, right? They're endings of a cycle, but they bring in new beginnings. After the Ten of Pentacles, it goes back around to the Ace, and you actually have, I haven't gotten there yet, but you have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like there's some type of huge ending, a new beginning starting up. It can have to do with the way that you make money. It can have to do with, a job. It can also have to do with, with this Ten of Pentacles. Sometimes it's referred to as it's like the inheritance card, or, you know, it's generational wealth. So receiving an inheritance, especially this Ace of Pentacles coming in as well, receiving some type of, yeah, like either a property or a lump sum of money, something along those lines. But it is the ending of something. So there could be, you know, an ending to the way that you make money currently. You could be going back to or revisiting something that you used to do. This might be a job opportunity coming back around for you, somewhere where you used to work. And we'll see how this ties in with the rest of your spread. In the deep past, you have another huge ending, right? You have Major Arcana number 21, the World. And this is a very long, you know, significant chapter in your life coming to an end. With the World, it goes, you know, it ends with the World and it goes right back around to the Fool card, which is the 0. And it's that, you know, taking that leap of faith, starting off on a brand new cycle. So significant endings here with the World card. It's also associated with the sign of Capricorn. So you might be dealing with the Capricorn. You also have, just looking at the other cards here, you have four earth sign or earth energy cards. So that could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You have 2 cups, so water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. 3 swords, so air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And then you also have the Magician as the overall energy, which is, can be Gemini, Virgo, so air and then earth. But with this as the overall energy, oh, look, and you actually have, I was going to say that, you know, the Magician is like the ace of aces, right? He is the 1 of the Major Arcana, and he has all of the aces wrapped up in one. He's holding the wands and the cups. He has the pentacles. He has the swords. So he has everything he needs to manifest whatever he wants to manifest into his life. And I was just looking at that, and I saw you have, in the recent past, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's an ace here. Beneath the Magician, you have the Ace of Wands, so another ace, and you have another ace. Look at that. You have, there's like 4 aces if you include this Magician here. That's huge. So there are some huge energies surrounding you for new beginnings. Okay, whether this is on the, because these here, I mean, Wands can be a new job. Swords, it's, you know, clarity, like that success, epiphany, having that aha moment. The Pentacles can be like a lump sum of money, can be a new job or a new way to make money. So with all of those coming out, I mean, that's huge. So you could be having, you know, significant new things starting up for you as you move through the month of December. Now, I got to here, sorry. So I've kind of talked about the Ace of Pentacles in the recent past. So you might have had this already come in with the Ace of Pentacles. So there could have been, you know, a new job offer. There could have been a new project, a new way for you to make money. Sometimes this shows up when you win a lump sum, like playing the lottery, winning a lump sum of money. But it's new beginnings, and it's new beginnings that have staying power. So if it's a new job, it's one that you could stay at for a long time. There's room for you to grow there, right? All the way up to the 10 of Pentacles, which is at the center of your spread. If this is a relationship, it has staying power. You know, it can definitely grow as well. And, you know, going back to this center card, the 6 of Cups, I mean, that can be, you know, a soulmate connection, a past life connection. So, you know, for some of you that I'm reading for, it could be a relationship. For others, it could be, you know, a job. Now, crowning you, and this is, you have 2 like difficult cards in your spread. But this is the 9 of Swords, and it's crowning you, some message from your higher self. And sometimes it's referred to as the Nightmare card. Usually in the traditional tarot, it shows a person sitting up in bed, worrying, going over and over everything in their mind. And it's, you know, that non-stop thinking about something, that non-stop worry, but it is just in your mind, right? With it being the suit of swords, swords is air energy, which has to do with our thoughts. It's also communication, how we get those thoughts across to other people. And remember, nines are nearly at the end of a cycle. So it's like you might be worrying, you might, it might have to do with maybe this new beginning or needing to finish something up first, or, whatever it is that you've been worried about, you're nearly at the end now, okay? So you're nearly reaching the 10. But there's something that you need to, I know it's easy to say, don't worry about it, but, try to get out of this worry mentality, because it seems like it's keeping you up at night, and it's, it's very draining. In the near future, you have the Six of Pentacles, which is, you have another 6 here, right? We have the Six of Cups, now the Six of Pentacles. And this is a beautiful card because it has to do with balance. It has to do with give and take. You can see that the woman here, she's planted right in this garden. She's already seen the fruits of her labor. She has a basket full of fruit and she's sharing. The birds are swooping in, they're carrying away fruit. So she has enough for herself and to share with others. So it is a card of sharing, of sort of give and take. In the traditional tarot, it usually has like a well-dressed man handing coins to people who look like they're poor, they're on the street, they need money. So it's that idea that when you have enough to share with others, to give, because you never know when you might be on the receiving end of that, and when you might need somebody else's help. It can also have to do with like give and take, as far as going to the bank, getting a loan, right? Being given a loan, repaying a loan, somebody coming to you and asking for you to loan them money or repaying money. But it is a balanced, it's, there's things coming into balance and a real give and take. If it is within, say, the workplace, it's a very fair type of environment for you to work in, right? You're getting, you're doing the work, you're getting paid fairly for the work that you do. If this is a relationship, it's that very, even or evenly distributed relationship. You both, bring certain things to the relationship and you work with each other. So it's it's like that 50-50 type of energy. And it's a positive, very positive card. Now, you show up as the King of Swords, which obviously isn't your suit, right? You are fire energy, but you could be taking on this energy, as it does show up as, as you. You could be taking on the energy of the King of Swords, and he's somebody who, he's very good at communicating. He's very good at getting his point across. He's very direct. He's also... Sometimes he can show up when you're dealing with like a judge or a lawyer, the legal system, getting legal, counsel. And as the king of his suit, he's mastered the suit of swords. So he's somebody who, he has great vision. He's very good at getting his point across, very good at communicating with others. So, if this is you taking on this energy, then this is you really kind of like, just like I see him, putting his foot down and really sort of saying, this is how it's going to be. And you're making the rules with this card, right? So whatever it is, maybe you're negotiating a contract. If there are all of these opportunities for like a new job or new, going into business or getting whatever this new position is, maybe this is you just being very firm and saying, no, you know what? I have all of this experience, I need to get paid fairly. I deserve to earn X, Y, and Z. So it's that type of, you're standing up for yourself. And in your environment or how others see you, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which there's a progression here from the 6 to the 8. Sometimes this is called like the apprentice card. It's like the worker bee type energy. So working diligently. It can be when you're going back to, to take some additional classes, getting some on-the-job training. It can also be just really working hard, putting in the hours, right? really working hard to master whatever it is that you do, your craft. So others could be viewing you as, you are this very diligent, hardworking professional, this person who has all of these great skills. And it's interesting because, the second negative card that I mentioned, it comes up in your hopes and fears. So again, it is in your mind. It is the Suit of Swords, so air energy, and it is just a fear. And you have this fear of the Seven of Swords, which has to do with, people stealing from you, sort of deception, somebody trying to deceive you. But it's interesting the way that this card, it shows, you see that there are all of the birds swooping down, and they've managed to carry away 5 of the swords. But they didn't plan well enough, right? Because they left 2 swords there. So they left 2 swords for the man to be able to defend himself. So there's something to do with, even if somebody does try to deceive you in some way, it's not going to work out. It's like there's something that they're not going to think through properly. You're still going to come out on top. And this is, again, just a worry. And you have such a beautiful card to leave the month with, heading into the new year. You have the 10 of Cups. This is the happily ever after card. And for each person, obviously your happily ever after is going to be different than another person. So each person has their own idea of what that is. But here we see the happy family, the happy home. It's, it's a 10. So this is the end of a cycle. It's the culmination. It's the utmost in the Suit of Cups. So emotional bliss and happiness and fulfillment. What began with the Ace of Cups, which you actually don't have here in the spread, but what began with the Ace of Cups, which is that new offer, the offer of love, or offer that's going to bring in great joy. It's now grown. It's gone through the 2 of Cups, the soulmate card. It's grown all the way up to the 10, which is now, they're together. They have a child. So it's a happy home, happy family. It's really the ultimate in, happiness and bliss. I mean, you can't get better than that, right? Now, the 2 cards that came out from the Oracle decks, you have Acceptance and loads of beautiful purples and blues on this card. And it says, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. And from the Goddesses deck, I'll hold her up so you can see. And it's interesting because it's like a lion right at the center, and obviously Leo, right? That makes a lot of sense to come out for you. But this is, let me read you. So this is the triple goddess. The original Trinity symbolizes the 3 faces of the great goddess and is the earliest representation of her division into multiplicity. The goddess with 3 faces is a universal motif found worldwide. The triple goddess is intimately associated with the changing phases of the moon. Just as the moon transforms from one phase to another, the great goddess moves among her many roles. Her 3 faces are usually Virgin, Mother, and Crone. Virgin representing the strong, self-defined goddess, Mother representing the nurturing goddess as source of all nourishment, and Crone representing the goddess of death and transformation. This symbolism embraces the role of the goddess in all phases of existence, from birth through death to rebirth. The triple goddess reminds us of our sacredness regardless of our age or function in life. She reminds us that despite her many forms, there is one goddess, always present and always sacred. And it's interesting that we have, mentioning the different cycles and the birth and going through life and death and rebirth, because that's all very much what's in your spread with the World card, this major ending. You can see that there's butterflies surrounding the woman, representing this rebirth, renewal. We have, all of these aces, so these new things coming in. We have the 2 10s here. So again, representing the ending of one cycle, beginning of another. And, it can go either way. This could go for some of you towards, your career, the way that you make money. And for others, it can go more towards your relationship. But, you know, however you look at it, there are major new beginnings. Again, 4 aces with this magician showing up, 4 aces, the world card, 2 tens. You have significant endings and wonderful new beginnings. And remember that aces are always yes cards. So you have 4 yeses. So if you were in doubt about anything, you're waiting for an answer, right? Maybe about a job or, you know, whatever it is that you've been waiting for an answer on, you have 4 big yeses coming in. So looks like a very, very powerful end of the year for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.